So there's many principles about money, but there's three that I feel have guided me very well in my entrepreneurial journey. And the first one is that understanding that money is important. It's absolutely important. And you cannot let people tell you that it's not important. Now, the second principle is, why is it so important? The reason money is so important is because it allows you to create opportunities. And those opportunities can be for yourself, for your family, for others, for those that you want to serve and help. And principle number three is, always remember that money makes a good man great, but money makes a bad man evil. So oftentimes you will see that money gets blamed. But when you look at the root behavior type of that individual that maybe didn't have money and now has money, I promise you that things were probably very similar. And all money did is it just exploded, however their natural traits were. Now, from coaching, I understand that people have beliefs, they have views, they have a mindset regarding money. And some of those views are positive and some of those views are negative. So what I would ask you to do is write down, what are your positive beliefs about money? So when you see people with money, or if you have money, if you aspire to have money, what are the positive beliefs that you have? And where did those beliefs come from? Are they from childhood? Are they from experience? Where do they come from? And then on the flip side of that is, write down, what are your negative beliefs about money, right? So if you think all rich people are stuck up, or all rich people are greedy, something like that, that would be considered a negative belief, right? And then understand, where did that come from? So now that you understand the three most important principles that I use, and you understand your positive beliefs and your negative beliefs, the question I'm going to ask you is, do you really understand your financial picture? Do you know what comes in and what goes out? And I'm talking down to a penny. So if you don't know that, I'm going to ask that you do that, right? Create a spreadsheet. Understand everything that comes in and everything that goes out. And just understand what your financial framework, what that financial blueprint currently looks like. Then the next question I want to ask you, is there anything on that blueprint that weighs you down? That weighs you down because of the financial amount? And here's a great example. So most people have bills scattered throughout the month, right? Whether, you got a mortgage, you got HOA, you got electric, you got water, you got car payments, you might have some credit cards, you may have preschool, whatever bills you have in your world, right? Gym membership fees. And the chances are they come out on different days. And yeah, some people do auto billing, which is great, but many people still manually pay their bills in some capacity. And what I'm going to ask you is, do you fear a certain date coming up? That means that financial burden, because that's what it is, a burden, is now weighing you down, right? So you got to come up with a plan for how are you going to deal with that one financial decision that you made that is now turned into a burden, right? Do you need to make more money? Do you need to transfer it to a zero balance and then maybe expedite? Yes, that costs a couple dollars, $200, but maybe that helps you create a better payment plan because they've given you 12 months, 18 months, whatever the case may be. I'm not here to tell you what your solutions need to be. I'm here to ask you to understand your financial blueprint. Now, the other thing is, if you want to make more money, then you've got to look at things very, very simply. And there's two questions. What do you like doing and what are you good at doing? And sometimes what you like doing is not necessarily what you're good at doing. So if you like doing something, do you really have the ability to make money? If you're good at something, you probably have the ability to make money, but you don't like doing it. So what we're trying to find is something that you are passionate about, that you like doing, and something that you're good at doing. Because now we're checking the box and checking the box. So now with that is, if you want to turn that into a side hustle, or maybe you're at the point where you want to just do that full time, or it's a 1-year plan, whatever the case is, ask yourself this: what else do I need? So I like it and I'm good at it, but do I need more formal education? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need certification programs? Do I need to attend some seminars? Because YouTube University is good, but I need something more in depth. I need something better. Is this going to be a side hustle? Okay, if it's going to be a side hustle, how are you going to fit it in? Is this going to be a life-altering career change? You need to really, really understand this so that, again, we can build a plan. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm not going to ask you to do something 10 years from now or 5 years from now. All I'm going to ask you is, based on that current financial blueprint that you just did, based on what you like doing, what you're good at doing, based on if you need a little bit more education or what do you need to get this thing launched, what is your next financial goal in the next 90 days? Right? What's the one change you're going to make in 90 days? So 90 days, you're going to make one change. And then if you make that one change in 90 days, what does 1 year look like? Right? What does 1 year look like for you? And I want you to be very realistic. So don't have this like crazy dream kind of like, I'm going to be a millionaire in 90 days because of AI. Okay? There's still a learning curve. There's competition. There's still marketplace. You're finding your place. So technology can speed things up for sure, but you can go from 0 to 1 million in 90 days? Probably not. Probably not, because of the learning curve. Could you go from 0 to making 10,000, 0 to maybe making 50,000? Maybe, depending on what you're choosing to do. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. So in these whole subject of money and the principles and the beliefs and the blueprint is come up with the 90-day and come up with the 1 year financial goal and what your financial blueprint will look like. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about time and how time really affects your ability to make money and live that balanced life, aka the undefeated life.